I finally figured out why a lot of us can't truly love ourselves because we never learn how to talk to our own inner voice. One of the most powerful self love practices that no one really talks about, and the one that really and actually heals your inner child, is learning how to talk to your inner dialogue. Kung mapapansin mo, may mga inner dialogue tayo, di ba? Usually, it falls into two categories: the positive inner dialogue and the negative one. And when your inner dialogue turns negative, that is when you need to talk to it, not silence it. Because that voice might be the last hurdle keeping you stuck, in the same cycles, and blocking you from creating the life that you actually want. For example, when you're about to post something on social media, then suddenly that voice says, ay, ang pangit naman, ay, ang pangit nito, walang maglalike nito, hindi magugustuhan ng followers ko, I cringe, boring, wag na. Wag na lang mag-post. That's your cue. Instead of believing it, talk to it. Talk back to it. Ask, how can you say it's ugly? Paano mo nasabing boring? Paano mo nasabing cringe? Paano mo nasabing walang magla-like? Is that really important? And it will answer. You will notice your inner voice starts to justify itself. Eh kasi dati may nagsabing ganito, ganyan. Ay wala namang nag engage dati. Hindi naman nagwo-work. And that's when you will see something powerful. Your inner voice is just repeating what it learned. What you don't realize is that a big percentage of your inner dialogue, especially the negative ones, your negative thoughts, aren't even yours. They are learned beliefs from the outside world. Things that your parents, friends, teachers, bosses, or even random people once said to you, and you unconsciously adopted them as your truth. And if you don't have a solid sense of who you are, you will absorb those voices until they become your own. They live in your subconscious, embedded into your subconscious until they ruin your life automatically. That is why having an actual conversation with your inner voice matters. Because if you never challenge it, if you never challenge your inner voice, your negative thoughts, your negative inner dialogue, you will live your whole life on a leash, tied to other people's perception and beliefs about you. That is what being gentle with yourself truly means. It's not about affirmations or self care. It's about guiding your own thoughts, giving them clarity, direction, and truth. When you do that, you start seeing how those old inner dialogues shaped your reality. And from there, you can finally give yourself the freedom and love that your inner child has always been waiting for.
May nagtanong sa akin sa comment section pero hindi ko na makita. Paano daw mag-heal ng negative thoughts? Pero you don't heal negative thoughts. You listen to them. You learn to listen to them because those thoughts are not wounds. They are your messengers. They're the echoes of what you've been taught to believe about yourself. Most people try to silence them through affirmations, distractions, or positive thinking. But when you do that, you're not actually healing. You are ignoring the part of yourself that's still misunderstood, and you, by letting those negative thoughts, accepting those negative inner dialogues, choosing to misunderstood yourself. The truth is, you don't need to get rid of your negative thoughts. You need to talk to them and have an actual conversation with them. Question them and trace where they came from. Because most of the time, they're not even yours. They're your mom's fears, your teacher's judgment, your old failures, your father's expectations echoing in your mind, pretending to be you. Once you start having conversations with those voices, you realize how much of your identity was built from what others said and how little of it actually belongs to yourself. That is how you heal your negative thoughts, not by erasing them, but by educating them back to your truth.